one of the things I guess that helped also was, so for spinning on a bit to All Stars 1, which we kind of talked about a little bit earlier, which I am fascinated by. They did it,
Yeah.
they cast it by effectively like fan vote. And if I'm not mistaken, you were really high up. Maybe you were second on the list in terms of the fan votes, I believe.
Well, all right. If we want the real tea on it all, because this is a show, right? I can tell you, I was number one in the vote for almost the entire run of it, and I didn't even know there was a vote. We did like these drag race cruises, and I was in Sharon Needle's in Alaska's room because I actually helped shoot Alaska's audition video for season 5. So I was like, hey, I have like I can shoot, I can help you, like I'll do it. So we're there, and we all had the same manager at the time, and he had called the room, and he was talking to Sharon, and he said they're doing this vote online for like all stars and who needs to be on it. And she's like, you're first in this, like you're first in this vote. And I went, what? Huh? Huh? And I was first for a very long time. And then it was when season 4 was airing, and when Sharon got mega popular, she took over. She moved over into the first place position. But, and I'll say it because people were mean to me about it, but the thing is that I was already contacted by them at some point, and I was already on the show, that I had to say that, we just have to go with these votes and do whatever. But I was already cast on the show without the vote. But then they had Sharon make this video that said, oh, I'm going to pass it off to Pandora. And I was like, that sounds horrible. It sounds like that's the only reason I made it on the show, when I already know I'm on the show. Like, couldn't you just say, I'm going to step out because I just won? And I was really mad because I was like, well, now it's, how this is going to look for me. Like, it's just like, oh, well, you should be very grateful because Sharon gave you the spot. That's not how television works. That's not how television works. That's not how voting works. That's not how anything works. Like, it's just like, but then I think it was very flattering for people to be voting and voting for me. Like I was in that position for so long, and I was very, very flattered and thankful that people were still mad and heated about my elimination, that they would vote me on. And then I wish I had not even gone on the show.
Well, I mean, like you said, I wasn't surprised when you got cast on All Stars 1, because I think you were really memorable in your season, and you were really like the Snatch game, I think, helped a lot, but also you were really funny and you were very likable, I thought. So I wasn't surprised but I did think when they kind of phrased it in like, oh, I'm passing it off to Pandora, I was like, well, Pandora deserved it anyway, but that's a separate story.
Yeah, no, I was really mad about that. And it's not like not mad at her. I was just like, that's what they had her say. I just was like, yeah, no, not happy.
No, I can understand. And so going on to All Stars 1, you kind of said you kind of regret doing it a little bit. I actually wanted to ask about this because I feel like All Stars 1 has a really weird reputation among fans, because I think a lot of people hate it because of the pairs and the teams, or whatever you call it, but they liked the actual cast. Like, I thought it was an incredible cast. Everyone was really talented, like so much drama, so much like intrigue, but the teams was a weird thing. What was your thoughts on that? Because obviously you were paired with Mimi.
I mean, 100%, it was an amazing cast. I mean, Mimi was a bit of a shocker, but they needed somebody to go on the cast that was a surprise, like, oh, a wild card, I guess. I had worked with Mimi before. I'm good. She's a little much, but like, I was like, it wasn't her. Like, I'm not, it was just, when it came down to being pairs, I was like, okay, she was like 11th place or something, had a really controversial exit. They clearly never let me win a maxi challenge. Am I coming back as an underdog? Because I didn't want to like, I was like, I'm not coming back as an underdog. I'm coming back as somebody that the fans really liked and really wanted me here. And when we got paired together, it was just that. It just was crushing because I was like, we're the underdog team. We're the team that is, yeah, we're gonna have to really fight for it. And Mimi is not always the easiest person to work with, but I felt like we can do this. We got it. And we had known each other before. Like we had worked together. So I was like, I can get it. It was more the underdog thing where I felt like we weren't going to get a fair chance. I also knew there was only 6 episodes. So I was like, as soon as all these queens walked out, I was like, some shit's going down and I don't know what's happening, but something's going down. I will say that when I did All Star 6, RuPaul said to me, we will never do teams again. And I think I realized because I don't think that it really, it was unfair for us to get all like 18, 17 outfits together, spend this money. And then they didn't even use most of those outfits because it's all team and all pairing. And yeah, it was kind of, clearly, you watch it, my spirit and I was done. Like I literally was like, and I wanted to leave. Like I literally was like, when we went back to the hotel that night, I was like, I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna go. I just don't feel like this is fair. And again, the biggest thing with Mimi was just her controversial exit and that it wasn't that I didn't think we could work together. It was more that like I felt like we were at an unfair advantage from the beginning. She was trying to do my makeup and just was not listening. And so I took makeup and I went into the bathroom and put some on in the stall because I didn't know where the cameras were. If they had, I don't know if they were watching, because there was a rule about you had to do each other's makeup. And I'm in the toilet dispenser, in looking at it because it's silver, trying to like fix my lips and do things because she did a really bad job with my makeup. When I walked by Chad and Chanel, they went like this.